Welcome, everybody. Get used to these faces because we're going to be with each other for a long time. All right?
Shalom Aleinu, Shalom Aleinu, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Shalom Aleinu, Shalom Aleinu, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam.
We need to understand that what we're facing here is, again, the struggle from the great notion that started this country. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all are created equal. That all are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That was a phenomenal moment of Allah, a phenomenal moment of God in human history. That our coming together for self-government is in fact a responsibility of our gift of life. That's what this fight is about.
This is the second time this week I have been compelled as a follower of Jesus and a citizen of the United States to stand up and speak out about the spirit that has gripped our nation. It is not the spirit of God, but rather a spirit of oppression, a spirit of injustice, and a spirit of wickedness. This spirit seeks to dehumanize families fleeing for their lives, seeking safety from violence and violent torn nations, ripping children out of their arms of their parents, numbering them like cattle, and callously sending them hither and yon with no plan for how to reunite those families. Men and women and children are described as animals and seen as somehow unworthy of compassion or care. And this spirit is unworthy of us as a nation, and it mocks the core of religious convictions that call us to care for our neighbors and all as God's precious children.
From my tradition, what I take and what I want to bring here today is two things. First, when God revealed God's self on Mount Sinai to the Jewish people, the first thing that God said was, I am the Lord your God, who's taking you out of the land of Egypt, the house of bondage, which means the first and basic thing that God introduced God's self as being is against oppression. God is a God who hates oppression. The second thing I want to bring today is that right after that was the prohibition against idolatry. What is idolatry? Idolatry is saying that God is my God and doesn't care about you. Any God who is only my God and doesn't care about anybody else is an idol. That's what it means, do not create an idol.
I want to read you a statement by Senator Dianne Feinstein, our U.S. Senator. She said, while upholding the ban on national security grounds, the opinion also ignores the fact that not one terrorist attack in this country has been committed by a refugee or citizen of the Muslim majority countries targeted by the order. Instead, and these are my words, not the senator's, this president went to the country that had and harbored those terrorists and made over $100 billion deals to send more arms for more war that will create more terrorism. That is our policy today. And we are the ones that are standing for peace and justice against terrorism and for human dignity and for the love of God, human intelligence. Something else about the Trump administration. They tend to quote the Bible. But God says, don't put words in God's mouth, especially when you don't know what you're talking about. He says that. Don't lie about God. Let me read you a scripture from the Quran then. O humanity, we have created you from a single pair, a male and a female, and made you into different nations and different tribes, so that you may come to know one another, not despise each other. And the best among you, the most honored among you, are those who are conscious of God. With that God consciousness, the message for God consciousness, let us walk into the mosque. You're all welcome.